Tonight on News 5 Live, the Sunday lottery draw resumes with major hiccups. We'll tell you why vendors suffered losses and others were unable to purchase their numbers of choice. The retail cost of sliced bread is set to go up just before Christmas. Police have impounded a van they believe was used in the theft of an ATM machine belonging to Heritage Bank. And PM Briceño responds to the union amid several concerns raised by teachers. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
With the steady increase in prices, it's hard to hold on to your hard-earned cash. Well, here at Benny's, prices are steadily falling, making it easier to stretch your dollars. Prices are slashed on electrical products, LED lights, plywood, metal and fiberglass pressure tanks, flash bands, and wheelbarrows. Yes, we have the cheapest in town. And with X massive season going on right now, get store-wide discounts on select products from now through December 31st. Visit a Benny's store near you today, where the prices just keep on falling. Benny's, quality and savings.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, such as a double premium mattress, a 55-inch Samsung TV, bicycles, 2-night stay at Naya Resort, 2-night stay at the Windward Lodge on Tobacco Key, a shopping spree, turkeys, and much, much more. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say, hello. Say, give me 5! Yeah!
Whether you're in a bustling urban area or a tranquil rural community, connectivity matters. Internet access is key to continued socioeconomic development. That is why Digi, our national telecom, has and will continue to invest millions of dollars to expand its mobile and fiber networks throughout Belize. Thousands of mobile users and households, especially along the highways and in rural communities, are now enjoying the benefits of Digi's resilient infrastructure. Our national telecom will continue to lead the charge towards digital transformation by utilizing cutting-edge technology and maintaining an unwavering dedication to excellence. With our DigiWallet solution, Belizeans in urban and rural areas now have easy and safe access to a wide array of financial services via their mobile devices. And with the recent launch of DigiTV, Digi has made history, becoming the only quad play service provider in Belize. Now, customers can save with our DigiOne bundles that offer home internet, mobile, home phone, and DigiTV services all in one place. Digi is committed to providing all communities with access to high-quality, reliable, and affordable services while unlocking untapped potential and opening the doors to a brighter future for all. Be a part of the transformation and experience connectivity like never before. Because with Digi, connectivity matters.
My name is Carlton Jack Young, and I've been fishing in these waters for over 40 years. I used to work fishing from I was about 15 years old. I was the #1 fisherman for the Cove for many years. I was a member of the Fishery Advisory Board who makes decisions on these fishing areas.
Fishermen like Jack Young can tell you about a time when it seemed Belize's bounty was never ending.
And when we get alongside the boat and we check, we had 100 mutton snappers.
But he can also tell you about the alarming differences in the number of available reef fish, such as the Nassau grouper, from then to now.
The fishermen, they go out there and they sit there for hours before they could catch some of them. They are not there like they used to.
Nassau groupers reproduce between the months of December and March. To ensure a good catch the following season, fishing of Nassau groupers is closed during the spawning season and carefully regulated the rest of the year. During the open fishing season, Nassau groupers must be landed whole and may not be less than 20 inches or greater than 30 inches. In Belize, there are 13 spawning aggregation sites where Nassau groupers and other reef fish are protected. These are Rocky Point, Mauga Key, Dog Flea, Key Buckell, Northern Two Key, Sandbore, South Point, Key Glory or Emily, Northeast Point, Gladden Spit, Nicholas Key, Seal Key, and Rise and Fall Bank. Consumers have a part to play as well. By declining to purchase the critically endangered Nassau grouper, especially non-regulation size, you help ensure populations have a chance to restock. By adhering to regulations and protecting spawning sites, we can support fish stock replenishment and the livelihoods of future fishermen.
If they do it the right way, we might have it for a little longer. But if they don't do proper control, we'll lose it entirely.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, December 4th. I am Sabrina Daly. Bolito and lottery buyers went out en masse on Sunday to purchase their favorite numbers for the Sunday lottery and jackpot. But many of them were disappointed and returned home without getting a chance to buy their tickets. The government Bolito and Lotteries system was overwhelmed with the number of sales on Sunday, that when more sales were being entered into the system, it caused the vending machines across the country to malfunction. News 5 learned from a government lotteries official that the problem has since been corrected and that there should no longer be any glitches as far as the sale of Bolito and lottery tickets are concerned. As for the issue with printing the wrong number, that matter has to be sorted out before the ticket is printed. News 5's Marian Ali reports.
There was no shortage of buyers for the December 3rd Sunday lottery and jackpot draw, but as soon as buyers turned out to purchase their numbers, the new system suffered technical issues.
A lot of people come in at the same time, and that's the reason sometimes the print system is slowed down. So make a lot of people cannot get their number. Machine not really they shut down, but it's freeze up. The paper cannot print out, and every time when we print it among the number in there, you have to wait for like 5 minutes. Some of them even more than that for print out one paper. A lot of people have turned back, so cannot get their number.
Bolito and lottery agent Joe Chow told News 5 that the machine assigned to his business, 88 Shopping Center, malfunctioned repeatedly upon the command for it to print out customers' tickets, and that caused him to lose money. Some lottery buyers also felt that they lost out because they didn't have a chance to get any tickets. Husband and wife, Linda and Joseph Tillett, had bad experiences trying to get their tickets.
Everywhere I go, the system down. I went all at 88, system the down, so I couldn't get to buy my number. And I'm going to buy me 44, so they never get me 44.
Well, you never play, so you never lose.
Well, still I'm feeling awake, I suppose me play. I mean, me Christmas money.
All right.
But
you'll buy again tonight, right?
yes, man, I still am buying, man. I still am buying tonight.
We gone very early. We gone about 8 o'clock. And still we don't get nothing. My husband never get nothing. Cause the long line. I bex. Because all the system everywhere my husband go, I never get my number, none at all where I want. So I'm mad. The system low. And my husband go that this a Chinese, go that place, the 88. All about this man. We even cook dinner late. Say that. How I really want to leave Bolito. Lila tree, right? Because we say we may buy even the third, we may buy at 3:30.
Today, Managing Director of the Belize Government Lotteries Limited, Janelle Espat, told News 5 that while the preparation and testing for the first draw went fine, there was no expectation for the overwhelming amount of lottery buyers who turned out on Sunday, and that created a technical glitch in the system. Espat says the problem will not repeat itself.
There was significant testing, and while the developers expected that the demand would be very high, they were not prepared for the record sales that took place. And as a result of that, the demand on the server was much greater than was anticipated. And that is essentially what caused the system to malfunction on Sunday. But the Belizean people can be assured that they have now moved it to a much larger server, and they have assured us that they have made every effort to ensure that this does not reoccur.
Espat says that there were other issues that prevented tickets from being printed as well, but mostly that was caused because the agents failed to enable their Bluetooth or Wi-Fi features to allow for the transactions to be successful. Meanwhile, Joe Chow told us that there were 2 other occasions on Sunday when he had to absorb the losses for printed tickets that bore numbers that the purchasers did not call for. Under the new system, numbers that have already been printed cannot be voided, so Espat says cross-checking those numbers beforehand is important.
We have encouraged the sub-agents to ask customers to write down the numbers as they normally do, like when they're purchasing telecom credit. Or as an alternative, that the sub-agent shares the screen with the customer before the ticket is actually printed. So, it is their responsibility to ensure that the customer has verified that indeed those are the numbers that they wish to purchase before the ticket is actually printed.
Espat could not give us any estimate of how much was lost in ticket sales on Sunday as a result of the overload and subsequent malfunction. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
Belizeans across the country at all levels of society are buckling under the weight of severe inflation. And come December 18th, things won't get any cheaper. Earlier today, a press release was issued under the headline Collective Bakers, informing that the retail cost of a 16-ounce pack of sliced bread will increase to $2.50. According to the statement, the decision comes after multiple requests for the government of Belize and the Ministry of Agriculture were ignored, citing June 15th, September 7th, and October 4th as dates in which the collective reached out to GOB on a way forward. Bakers say they have absorbed the cost of inputs, which include the prices of all raw ingredients, packaging materials imported from Mexico, as well as the increase in the cost of butane. The release also goes on to say, quote, "The increase in minimum wage has become a strong challenge to the entire baking industry. Most industries do not have price controls as bakeries do. Therefore, these industries are able to increase prices on their products and can offer higher wages to their employees. The baking industry cannot offer higher wages as other industries can, which makes it challenging for us to retain our workforce. High turnover," end quote. News 5 has attempted to get a comment from Agriculture Minister Jose Abelardo Mai, but our message has gone unanswered. Last Thursday, Shona Baptist, a call center agent, was callously attacked and her throat slashed while she was on the job at home in the Bryan Estate area of Boralboom Village. Her attacker has been identified as her common-law husband, Manuel Rodriguez, who police say inflicted the wound during a domestic dispute the two were having. After the incident, neighbors restrained Rodriguez and detained him until the police arrived. News of the incident angered people who turned to Facebook to express their rage at Rodriguez. Today, Regional Commander of the Belize Police Department's Eastern Division, ACP Ilberto Romero, said that this was the first time that the police were called out to the home to deal with a domestic disturbance. He shared what investigators have gathered so far on the incident and told the media that they have charged Rodriguez, while Baptist is listed in a stable condition.
On Thursday, the 30th day of November 2023, around 8 p.m., police responded to a report at Burrell Boom Village. Upon their arrival, they found Shona Baptist, 26 years, with stab injuries to the body. Also found at the scene was one Manuel Rodriguez, who had been detained by family members and villagers of Burrell Boom. Investigation revealed that Shona Baptist and Manuel Rodriguez had a domestic dispute, after which Rodriguez inflicted stab wounds to her. She was taken to the KHMH, where she is in a stable condition at this time. An investigation was carried out, and Manuel Rodriguez has since been arrested and charged for the crime of attempted murder and use of deadly means of harm. They had a dispute. Apparently, Manuel Rodriguez came under the influence of alcohol. No, the villagers came to the rescue of Shona Baptist, and that is where the accused was detained by the villagers.
A security guard was robbed while on duty at a store in San Ignacio, also on Thursday night. 2 men armed with a gun accosted the guard and then robbed him. But the robbers didn't just flee. They shot him, leaving him severely injured. But police investigations have led to the arrest of the 2 suspects, as the security guard, Kenrick Nunez, is in a stable condition.
30th day of November 2023, around 8:20 p.m., police responded to a shooting at B&J store in San Ignacio. Upon their arrival, they found one Kenrick Nunez with gunshot injuries. He was taken to the hospital, where he is admitted in a stable condition. Information is that Nunez was doing security duties at B&J store when he was approached by a male person with a firearm who demanded something from him. A struggle ensued, after which the person shot Nunez and fled from the area. An investigation was carried out. Persons were detained, and as a result, Alexis Quiroz was arrested and charged for the crime of attempted murder, dangerous harm, and use of deadly means of harm. And Brandon Cho, 22 years, was arrested for the crime of conspiracy to commit robbery.
Last Thursday, News 5 brought you the tragic story of a fatal road traffic accident the night before that claimed the lives of 4 work colleagues who were heading home after a day's work in Camalote. The incident happened in Georgeville, near mile 62 on the George Price Highway. Today, ACP Romero explained that they have also laid charges against the driver, who they believe caused that incident, but he was unable to confirm whether alcohol was a factor.
Reference the fatal RTA that occurred on the 29th of November 2023. Alejandro Hernandez has since been arrested and charged for 4 counts of manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, drove motor vehicle without due care attention, and negligent grievous harm.
On Friday, the managers and employees of Heritage Bank woke up to discover that thieves had targeted 2 of their ATMs, one in Belize City and another at a location on the Bullet Tree Road in San Ignacio. While the thieves were unsuccessful at removing the machine or taking any of the money from that location in Cayo, those in Belize City were able to make off with the entire machine and all the money, believed to be roughly $100,000 in cash. Camera footage showed how they pulled off the burglary, using a vehicle and a chain fastened to the machine. Today, ACP Romero said the police have the van the thieves used, and they are now looking for the culprits.
On Friday, the first day of December 2023, around 5:30 a.m., police responded to a report of a burglary at the Puma gas station on Favaz Road. Upon the arrival, the manager reported that the building had been burglarized, and stolen therefrom was one ATM machine. The manager reported that he had secured the building the previous day around 9:30 p.m. And then when he came to open the place, he discovered that the ATM machine had been stolen. Entry was gained by prying open a glass door from the building. Video footage was reviewed, which showed that a van came with chains, and they pulled the machine, which then was loaded into the van, and the persons made good their escape. An investigation has been carried out, and the van has since been recovered, and we are seeking several persons in regards to this burglary.
Coming up, PM Briceño blames management for teachers not being paid. We'll have more details when we come back.
Make effortless memories with a Christmas loan from St. John's Credit Union Limited. Members can qualify for up to 3 times their monthly salary. Promotion runs from October 15th to December 15th. Call any of our St. John's Credit Union offices in Belize City, Belmopan, or Dangriga to book your appointment to make your dream Christmas a reality. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe saving, smart borrowing.
Are you dreaming of the ultimate home makeover? Introducing Design Depot's $25,000 Home Makeover 2024. It could be your home getting a complete transformation. Increase your chances of winning with every purchase made from now until January 31st, 2024. All while enjoying awesome deals happening store-wide. A complete transformation awaits you. Reimagined and redesigned using products from our top-of-the-line brands including Kohler, GE, Oran Windows and Doors, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and tiles from around the world. Don't just dream it, win it. Visit Design Depot today and enter to win the $25,000 Home Makeover 2024. Design Depot, all in one place.
At The Oasis, we believe in the art of celebration. Our exquisite range of wines adds a touch of elegance to every celebration. Elevate your sports night with the finest spirits from The Oasis. Savor the victory with every sip. Love, laughter, and the perfect blend. Whether it's a romantic evening or a casual get-together, our spirits set the mood. The Oasis is your destination for all occasions. Visit us today and discover a world of taste, quality, and elegance. The Oasis, where every bottle tells a story.
Where are you going?
I know see how it's so hot outside. But where you do?
No, ask me no foolishness. Today, that a big day.
Where is that?
Seriously? You know here? Bolido is back.
The We Bolido is back. Enjoy seamless purchasing and prize redemption through the new modern Bolido and lottery system. When purchasing, you will be given a ticket that provides complete information on the purchase date, purchase location, and the total of numbers you've purchased. The QR code will be used to verify your winning numbers so that payment can be issued to you. Winning tickets must be redeemed within 30 days. To avoid being scammed, ensure that your purchases are from authorized agents only and that your ticket features the Belize Government Lotteries Limited logo on the top of your ticket and the Belize Government Lotteries Limited information printed on the back. For we fun, for we profits, for we Bolido.
Peacocker, San Pedro, and Belize City are just a click away with Caribbean Sprinter. Avoid delays by getting your tickets and boarding passes online at sprinter.bz and welcome aboard.
The Belize National Teachers Union met with its membership this afternoon at various branches across the country. The meeting succeeds a discussion with the Minister of Education late last week, where a number of outstanding issues were addressed, including concerns over unpaid salaries. In the days leading up to that meeting, union executive fired off a message to membership in respect of the increases in telephone allowances for chief executive officers in the Briceño administration. The language used in reference to the CEOs leaves a lot to be desired on the part of the union. This morning, Prime Minister John Briceño spoke on the issue during an appearance on Open Your Eyes.
It's unfortunate. I think the BNTU should look at the mirror first, what's been happening, how they have been behaving. And from what I'm told, it's just about 2 or 3 persons that are really trying to push this kind of agenda. And the irony is that here is the Minister of Education working hard to try to be able to provide more for the teachers. I mean, and a big announcement is going to be made on the House meeting, but I leave it for that, for the benefit of the teachers. When you hear they're making noise about, because of the change in the curriculum, some of them have to teach 30 minutes more. Like, really? Really? The BNTU, there's been a study that has been done by the MCC, the Millennium Challenge Corporation, looking at the education system. We have been investing more and more and more and more, and we're not getting the returns. The problem is that we're not teaching properly. And I know I'm going to be crucified by saying that, but it is the truth.
PM Briceño also touched on the issue of some teachers not being paid their salaries for months on end since the start of the new school year. That, he said, lands squarely at the feet of the respective schools' management.
No, I could understand the frustration from some people, from some teachers. There's this issue of some teachers not getting paid. The minister had to point out, but we can't pay them if the management have not sent in the name. A friend, Alberto, from Marinjoak, a friend of mine, a voter and supporter of mine, sent me a message, Prime Minister, my daughter is teaching for 3 months and they don't get paid. Could you please look into it? I sent it to the Chief Education Officer. She said, let me check. She responds to me, the management have not sent in her name to be paid. The issue of pensions, we called in the head of the Treasury Department, we called in Financial Secretary and the Public Service. I said, I find it disgusting that people get retired and no can't get them pension. What's going on? Just to find out, they're pointing out that it's the same public service that the problem. Because when you move from one ministry to the next ministry, there's this supposedly file that should be moving along, and then the file, they're not prepared. And if the file not prepared, they say we can't pay. It's in many instances, it's what the head of the Treasury Department said, we give them advances. Because it breaks my heart when people say, Johnny, say, but I can't pay the bank, I know. And when you find out it's the same public service, not to do their work properly.
A Senate inquiry into the definitive agreement that was granted to Portico Enterprises Limited by the outgoing Barrow administration in October 2020 begins on Tuesday inside the Assembly building. While that document has since been discarded by Prime Minister John Briceño, it is yet to be replaced by legislation that empowers cruise tourism stakeholders to invest in the construction of another port of call in the Belize District Harbor. PM Briceño discussed the now rubbish definitive agreement, as well as the pending legislation.
It's important to point out that our government had nothing to do with the definitive agreement. And so, it frustrates me when, you all in the media are trying to create, we did something wrong, when we didn't do anything. And even the people behind the Senate inquiry are trying to drag us into this definitive agreement. All we did is take it to cabinet, and after 15 minutes I said, no, that's it, put it back, tear it up, we have to start over. So there's nothing we can answer about it. We don't know. But so what next? there has to be some agreement to be able to provide the necessary legislative framework to encourage the building of a cruise port that now is going close to $300 million US. And we have a group of local investors that obviously they don't have the funding that have been out there marketing this project. And now it seems that Royal Caribbean has expressed serious concern. Royal Caribbean has expressed serious interest in investing in this project. Now, with the issue of the controversy of the definitive agreement, they pull back to say, well, we can't touch this if this is what's happening in Belize. And that is why we felt it was important for us to say, you know, let's rewind, tear up, and let's start again. So we have been working on a new piece of legislation. It has not gone to cabinet yet because we're not there yet. Why? Well, the last time when in October, yes, it was in October that when I was in Miami, and the Minister of Tourism and Diaspora, Anthony Mala, arranged for us to meet with Royal Caribbean and all the other stakeholders.
Yeah.
And so like Royal Caribbean was saying, well, okay, we need probably about next 90 days for us to be able to come and say, okay, we're prepared now, we're going to be our investors. These are some of the conditions that we need to be able to make this investment work for us.
The Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association is yet to enter into a new commercial agreement with BSI, despite a date for the start of the new sugar crop being set tentatively for December 15th. In a press conference held last week, the BSCFA maintained that the only way to move past the logjam between the association and the miller is by proceeding with a commission of inquiry. That commission would be impaneled by the Prime Minister. But what would be its primary charge? Here's what PM Briceño reiterated.
What we've been trying to explain to this association in particular, the Commission of Inquiry will only come with recommendations on how we can modernize the industry. It does not necessarily mean how you're going to give more to the farmers or more to BSI. And we're going to bring in experts, some from Mauritius, and then there's another group, I think out of Brazil, that we're looking at, to come in and take a look. How is it that we could improve our efficiencies? How can we improve our planting practices, or harvesting practices, or delivery practices, the mill, how are there anywhere they can improve their productivity, and how we can reduce cost. Pretty much that's what they are going to do. But is that they're not going to come and say, well, you have to take away the farmers are getting too much, so we have to give it to BSI, or BSI get too much, so we have to give it to the farmers. That's not what the Commission of Inquiry is going to do. They need to understand the Commission of Inquiry is be able to find a way how we could modernize, and at the end of the day that all of us can win.
After the break, San Pedro Mayor Wally Nunez endorsed to run again. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Christmas is right around the corner, and so is Habet and Habet's 39th anniversary. This year, Santa and Habet are teaming up to give you an early Christmas treat. Nice up your home for Christmas with Habet and Habet's 39th anniversary sale, with 15% discount on selected items from December 1st through December 16th. Yes, you heard right. Come over to Habet and Habet and save big on your Christmas upgrades. We have paints for that new house look and smell, bathroom fixtures, fans with lights, decorative wallboards, windows from your favorite brands StoreGuard, Haven and Sunlight, and power tools from brands like Stanley, DeWalt, Bosch, Skill, and Black & Decker, all at 15% off. Celebrate Habet and Habet's 39th anniversary this December 1st through 16th with 15% off select items. Also, for every purchase of $50, you get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate every day for the 12 days of Christmas. Habet and Habet, building with Belize for 39 years.
What is that sound?
It's the enchanting melody of smart sleigh bells announcing the arrival of Saturday sales. Imagine this. Every Saturday in December, the magic unfolds at smart showrooms countrywide from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Here's the scoop. The first 20 customers get even bigger discounts like phones for as low as $50. Selected postpaid plans get a Samsung device for as low as $99, plus 50% off for 3 months. Make the switch and unwrap a free SIM bundle with SMS, minutes, and data. And if that's not sweet enough, every credit recharge of $50 and up automatically gets tripled up. That's triple the joy. Other promotions also available every Saturday. Don't miss out on the festive fun. Be a part of the celebration every Saturday leading up to Christmas. Smart, bringing people together.
RF&G Life Insurance invites you to an evening of Christmas carols on Friday, December 4th at the Gordon House compound on Coney Drive in Belize City from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This one-of-a-kind family event features Sandra Bradshaw and friends, Myrna Manzanares and the Grace Primary Steel Band. The children will enjoy the bouncy house and Santa will be on hand.
Let Christmas catch you in a good mood with RF&G Life Insurance.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th, and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, such as a double premium mattress, a 55-inch Samsung TV, bicycles, 2-night stay at Naya Resort, 2-night stay at the Windward Lodge on Tobacco Key, a shopping spree, turkeys, and much, much more. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say, hello. Say, give me 5! Yeah!
San Pedro Mayor Wally Nunez was endorsed as the POP's mayoral candidate for the municipal slate in San Pedro. During a rally on Saturday night, Nunez received the support of the People's United Party, which had in attendance Prime Minister John Briceño, Deputy Leader Cordell Hyde, and Ministers of Health and the Public Service Kevin Bernard and Henry Charles Usher, respectively, among other PUP officials. After he congratulated Nunez and his team, Hyde addressed the islanders about the rate of inflation, which he said merchants and vendors took up after the minimum wages went up.
There's no support to this team, man. That's how beautiful this team looks. 4 women, you know. 4 women on this team, the most women on any state in the entire country. That's progressive. That's to be commended. That's to be celebrated, to be admired. Right there? Right. But I got a bone in my throat, right? And I will try to take it out. Right? So we government raised the minimum wage from $3.30 to $5. And the wicked grocers in this country just eat up that. The wicked shopkeepers just eat up that. They raise the price for everything under the sun. Just eat it up. So that we have a situation now where people upset the teachers, the public officers, the police officers, the taxi operators. They're upset when they go to the store every week. The prices of goods going up for no good reason at all. For no good reason. The man just wake up today and decide they want to raise the price. It's something wicked that has happened all over the country. And we've not done enough. But we have to start getting serious with their people here.
The Regional Tourism and Health Program is an initiative that addresses the health, safety, and environmental sanitation threats to tourism, with the goal of strengthening countries' capacities to prepare and respond to public health threats. The program is being carried out by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA. Earlier today, a delegation of health and tourism professionals met at the Belize Tourism Board to discuss the health of Belize's travel and tourism industry.
This meeting is for us to ensure that we continue with the collaboration with tourism, because tourism and health is very important. Of course, we know that in Belize, tourism is one of our main economic drivers, and we need to ensure that persons are comfortable, that persons are healthy and well when they visit our country. The system, just to go a little bit into it, it's a surveillance system that's going to be linked to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So the information will be inputted by the tourism sector. And what it is that we're trying to ensure that we pick up very early any infectious diseases that can potentially become an outbreak. And if we're able to learn about it early, we're then able to ensure that we prevent an outbreak, and of course that we give the care that is needed.
This program started even before the pandemic. Clearly, the COVID-19 pandemic showed us that our tourism sector is extremely vulnerable to impacts from negative impacts from health, from other sectors as well, but from health especially, and we need to work together to ensure that our health sector and our tourism sector are able to help both each other to prevent any negative impacts on any of our sectors. Because, for example, a tourist can come in and bring a disease or illness to Belizeans, but also an outbreak of some illness can affect our tourism sector. So we need to work together to ensure that we prevent instances where our sectors are affected.
The health of Caribbean economies is closely related to the health of its travel and tourism industry, since the Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. Dr. Lisa Indar is the Director of Surveillance, Disease Prevention and Control at CARPHA.
It has been quite a successful experience. We are working, we have launched in 13 countries, and we are working in about 18 or 19 countries at different levels. The Caribbean is tourism dependent, so this program addresses health and safety issues in tourism. So countries are really using it and adopting it so that they can have healthier, safer tourism. CARPHA serves 26 countries. Most of our countries are small islands, and you can get from one country to the other through land. Through the sea. But in Belize, you're kind of surrounded by land. But what makes it a bit unique is that your borders is just literally a crossover. You don't have to, get a plane to go. So it means that just as how people can move easily, you can have disease spread. And we all know, if you're in one country, you have immunity in that country and so on. But by the time you have something new people, new diseases, you have to build immunity.
This afternoon in Belmopan, several parliamentarians, as well as representatives of the Republic of China, Taiwan, were on hand for a donation that will see the Assembly building get a much-needed makeover 53 years after it was constructed. As we've reported previously, the funds will be used to renovate the interior as well as the exterior of the building, which serves as the seat of the government of Belize. Following a brief ceremony, News 5 spoke with House Speaker Valerie Woods about the pending upgrade.
Well, it's a long time coming. It's the first major renovation. The National Assembly building as is was established, implemented, inaugurated in 1970. And it was built at a time where several things weren't considered: modernization, women, as well as accessibility and physical accessibility, but also accessibility for public by other means, whether that be digital and so forth. And also accessibility by media. So this is something that is long overdue. It is one of the tenets of open parliament, inclusivity, transparency, accountability, which requires infrastructure that allows that to occur. And we're so very grateful to the Republic of China, Taiwan, for the grant based on the project concept that was delivered, the detailed drawings, the oversight by the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development and Housing to make it happen. But I also like to acknowledge it would not be possible without first the Ministry of Finance seeing it and acknowledging through the Honorable Prime Minister John Briceño as the Minister of Finance that yes, this is something that needs to be done.
When we return, Lost and Damaged Fund pledges chump change.
Good morning, miss.
Morning.
How you sell the apples?
3 for 5.
3 for 5?
Yeah. Fresh apples.
Fresh. Good morning. How much?
Sell off for 15,000. For interested, I could go for 14.
14? Perfect. 14.
14.
Perfect. Good morning. Excuse me, how long have you two been dating?
7 months, why?
7 months? 7? Good. Good number, good number.
¿Qué le pasa?
I got it. I got it now. My Bolito number is ready.
Bolito and Sunday Lottery returns December 1st, 2023, with the first draw scheduled for Sunday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. sharp. For we fun, for we profits, for we Bolito.
Belize Electricity Limited encourages you to enjoy this holiday season by following these safety and energy conservation tips. Inspect each holiday light string for rusted light sockets, cords, and plugs for damages. If you notice any damages, throw away the strings of lights. Consider using LED lights. They remain cool, are more durable, and consume less energy. Use only extension cords certified by Underwriters Laboratories UL for safety. Distribute light strands among multiple extension cords and use power strips. This prevents circuit overload that would otherwise overheat and potentially start a fire. Remember, even when switched off, your decor still consumes small amounts of electricity. So curb the waste by plugging all decorations into power strips and turn off lights when not in use. Finally, when decorating outdoors, always look up and keep ladders away from overhead power lines.
Belize Electricity Limited wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
Who's my last little bit of paint?
Paint? How can that be a problem? We got you.
You have the exact color?
Definitely.
Attention DIY enthusiasts and professional builders. It's Builders Hardware's Mega Sale, starting October 16th and running through to December 30th. During our Mega Sale, you can enjoy up to 30% off items in our store. Looking to freshen up your home? Then enjoy 20% off on all paints, wood stains, and accessories. But that's not all. You get a whopping 25% discount on all other items in our store and a massive 30% off selected items. At Builders Hardware, we believe our customers are awesome. And That's why we're committed to providing top-notch service and the highest quality products. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a DIY beginner, we are waiting for you. Builders Hardware Mega Sale from October 16th until the end of the year.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending, now me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The who they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't want to believe I the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real, for real. Want to really want to know?
Yes. I want yeah.
Can't make it a big deal.
We know
Sean,
what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan and put it in a shiniem.
In a shiniem?
Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Yeah. But hear this.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postpaid plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize, get unlimited data. Smart Choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart Showrooms today. I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. You know why? Listen, hey, for the best post and prepaid. You know that Smart got you back.
My bad. Wrong commercial.
She could left me for another man. The truth, once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when the bleed, cause that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I know I left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post your plan have everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group, we got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, don't dig it down, don't dig it down. Smart Belize. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
COP28 in Dubai has seen pledges to the Loss and Damage Fund totaling just over $600 million, a sum dismissed by leaders from small island developing states, SIDS, as chump change. While acknowledging the positive aspect of pledges, leaders of the region say the monies need to be mobilized as vulnerable countries like Belize continue to be adversely impacted by the effects of climate change. News 5's Hippolyta Novello is at COP28 in Dubai and has the latest on the Loss and Damage Fund.
So far, 16 countries have pledged a little over $600 million to the Loss and Damage Fund. This, according to the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is chump change compared to the trillions of dollars needed by small island developing states, SIDS, to recover from the devastating effects of the climate crisis.
Well, you'll have to educate me. Not a great deal of pledges have been made by the big polluters. I know the UAE made a significant pledge. I know Germany has made. But the number, as of last night when I went to bed, was under $500 million. I wouldn't call that significant. I'd call that chump change.
Yeah, I believe you need trillions of dollars every year for loss and damage. Right?
Yeah, but that's chump change. And you see, they established the fund last year without any money. A fund without any money is an oxymoron. And now, very little money is, Belize will probably get $500,000 out of that to do a study of something or the other. It's until we start to see money rolling, you don't see me dancing in the streets yet on that.
Funding discussions consistently play a central role at COP28 in Dubai. The inherent injustice of the climate crisis lies in the fact that the poorest and most vulnerable communities, despite contributing the least to the issue, bear the brunt of its impact initially and most severely. And at COP28, affluent nations face pressure to rebuild trust with their developing counterparts. This comes in the wake of a failure to meet the $100 billion per year target on time. Belize's Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Christopher Coye, says that this is critical for SIDS like Belize.
Belize is one of those countries that is one of the highest risk as far as climate risk is concerned. We have hurricanes hitting us almost every other year. We have floods that result from these climate events, even droughts that we suffer from. So how do we address these climate vulnerabilities really comes down to money. And so climate finance plays that role for us.
Unlike many Caribbean leaders, Minister Coye says that while the pledges are good news, there must be a follow-through.
Discussions we had in the past were in billions of dollars. Now we're talking trillions of dollars. I think one of the more recent figures is that we need to start spending or investing upwards of $2.5 trillion a year to adequately build climate resilience in this context of adverse climate change. So it's always encouraging to hear of the pledges, but we need to follow through. We always need to follow through. The experience we had with the developed countries of pledging to contribute $100 billion a year from way back in 2015. I don't know if that was achieved until around 2022. So that I think is really one of the big challenges for us, from pledges to actual commitments.
Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley at the Barbados Pavilion underscoring how decisions taken with respect to climate change impact the individual household.
We recognize that our challenge with the climate crisis is going to take us from the quality of roofs that our houses have, particularly our low-income housing stock, where there was after the 1955 hurricane of Janet, there was a practice of building houses with flat roofs because there were not enough carpenters left who understood the physics of the truss and how to build the gable roofs. And everyone who could hold a hammer all of a sudden became a carpenter just because shelter was urgently needed. What they discovered in Dominica is telling that those properties that were built according to higher standards actually withstood the impact of Maria and Irma.
Reporting from COP28 in Dubai, Hipólito Novello, News 5.
This reporting was
established in 2001. The Adaptation Fund initiated project funding in 2009, concentrating on climate adaptation efforts. It extends eligibility for funding to all developing nations and introduced the pioneering concept of direct access, enabling institutions in developing countries to receive funding without intermediary involvement. Although it accepts pledges continuously, major commitments typically occur during Conference of the Parties, COP sessions. And during COP28 in Dubai, Belize managed to gain access to $40 million Belize dollars. Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Christopher Coye, told News 5 that the monies will be used for mangrove reforestation in Monkey River Village.
Under that country COP, we've reached now $40 million Belize dollars, 20 million US, 40 million Belize dollars. That does not include what we can access through the Adaptation Fund regionally, Belize participating in regional projects. So besides that 40 million, we also have a further 8 million that we will see be utilized for the Monkey River mangrove reforestation project. So there is quite a bit of funds through the Adaptation Fund that we have now identified that will be used as grant monies to support climate adaptation measures. In the case of a further 5 million for rural community and improvement of livelihoods for rural community, 5 million US, that's another 10 million grant funding that will go through PACT. So that's how the Adaptation Fund releases their funds to these implementing agencies, and then those implementing agencies then you disperse those funds for those specific projects.
The Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, announced on Saturday its CLIMA program, rewarding countries for achieving environmental goals with a 5% grant of the loan principal. The initiative aims to help nations access green and thematic debt markets for larger-scale climate and nature investments. 9 countries, including Belize, are participating in the billion-dollar pilot phase. News 5 caught up with Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Christopher Koyi, at COP28, and we asked him about this latest development.
I should speak more generally, beyond just IDB, how we've approached our multilateral development partners like the IDB, World Bank, and other international financial institutions, is that we have to look from a standpoint of affordability. Interest rates, as you may be aware, have gone up over the past couple of years across the globe, and Belize is no exception to that. So in terms of what we can borrow, what we can finance, it doesn't make sense for us to go and borrow monies unless it is at an affordable rate. And the approach we've taken with these IFIs is that we are interested to do certain project facilities. We are interested only if the cost of finance is affordable. And the way that they go about now to try and make that cost of finance more affordable to a country like Belize is that they blend it with grants or concessionary financing. So in the case of the IDB, there was a press release yesterday issued by IDB looking at two projects, and one in particular I'd like to highlight is the case of health in support of efficiency of delivery of health care and effectiveness, improving the effectiveness of delivery of health care. That is not a project that has been finalized by any stretch of the imagination, but what we put to them is that had to have was purely loan based, but had to have some concessionary components to it. So ultimately, in that case, for example, roughly you're talking about $30 million in finance, but of that $30 million, only 14 million would be from the IDB, 2 to 3 million would be grant based, and the remainder would be highly concessionary from the Korean Trust Fund. So that, when you blend it, brings down the cost of capital for us in a very substantial way. So that's how we're treating with all the IFIs now. You can't come to us and say, oh, they all want to lend us X, Y, and Z for different projects that we see of interest, but it doesn't make sense for us unless the cost of funds is affordable for us. And as a benchmark, we try and keep cost of funds on a blended basis below 3%.
Up next, climate change affects health.
These will offer you coping mechanisms when dealing with violent situations.
That is a very simple phone number that you can store in case of any emergencies.
Violence exists in the form of corrective rape.
Welcome Marines as the totally new HE member.
We realize that success in agriculture isn't just about land and access to finance. We realize that we have members who have issues of domestic abuse, who have issues of child sexual abuse in their families. We've noted that the barriers and the obstacles are quite different for women and girls than for men. And this is why we decided to take a holistic approach.
Violence against women and girls is an issue for me because I think it is used as measures of control and it is a reinforcement of negative power dynamics. All people, especially women who have been experiencing discrimination and injustice for quite some time, deserve to be afforded physical, emotional, financial and mental stability and safety.
There are a lot of persons who don't understand the dynamics, of violence against women and girls. And so there's always need for advocacy and education to keep the awareness.
Economic empowerment, that's what we've been focused on day one. We've focused on creating opportunities, economic opportunities for women to establish themselves as independent business owners. On top of that, we've also created and ensured that we create male allies in their families, whether it's their husbands, their partners, and so forth, to understand the rights of women and to also understand and upskill themselves as supportive partners of these women and girls.
We need to educate young men and women within our society today, engage them in a one-on-one interaction, educating them about the different types of domestic violence that we have within our society, and teaching them how ending violence against women and girls can help within our future generation in preserving the future for women.
I believe it's important for persons to be aware of the positive enforcement and policy shifts in that of legislation, because this is what brings about change. This is what brings about the change in people's mindsets, and knowing that there are legislation, there are enactment of bills that advances the rights of women and girls.
Everyone has a part to play. If we see or hear something, we shall say or do something.
We have to stand up and make the changes ourselves to set the example for everyone else.
I will continue to play my part by advocating to end violence against women and girls.
We all need to make sure that we help to fight to eliminate violence against women and girls in our society.
What grows together, goes together. Let's stand in solidarity to fight violence against women and girls.
Everyone
has a part to play.
Everyone has a part to play
in ending violence against women and girls.
Gimme 5! The biggest giveaway show of the year is back with new prizes and surprises. The fun starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, December 4th, and ends on Friday, December 8th. Gimme 5 coupons are now available for 25 cents each on our Channel 5 website and at our studio on Coney Drive in Belize City. Fill out your coupons and return them to our Channel 5 office. Remember to tune in at 8 p.m. every night from December 4th to the 8th for awesome entertainment, giveaways, and lots of prizes. And don't forget, such as a double premium mattress, a 55-inch Samsung TV, bicycles, 2-night stay at Naya Resort, 2-night stay at the Windward Lodge on Tobacco Key, a shopping spree, turkeys, and much, much more. And don't forget, when your phone rings, don't say, hello. Say,
give me 5! Yeah!
Apply now for an undergraduate degree in animation, film, or journalism at the Caribbean School of Media and Communication at the University of the West Indies, Mona. For more information, visit www.mona.uwi.edu/apply.
Get ready, babe. We're going on a vacation.
Finally, where are we going?
Don't worry, babe. I have we covered.
Are you sure you know where we're going?
Yes, babe. Oh, right there, see? Babe, the price was too good to be true. Me look much more better in that picture.
When life throws you a curveball, Belize Bank has your back. With our online financing, you can turn any vacation mishap into a dream getaway.
Cheers to Belize Bank for making our dream vacation a reality.
Thanks to you, babes, to turn things around.
No thanks to you, cheapo.
Ouch.
Experience the future of financing with Belize Bank online. where you can secure funds for anything, from anywhere, at any time, all without stepping foot in a bank. Apply for a loan today and unlock a world of possibilities.
At COP28, Canadian medical professionals protested for climate action, advocating for a just phase-out of fossil fuels. They highlighted the severe health consequences of climate change, including the spread of diseases, extreme weather events causing injuries, disruptions in healthcare, and impacts on food and water security. On Health Day at COP28, global donors pledged more than $777 million to defeat tropical diseases and improve the health of persons affected by climate change. But activists are demanding more. News 5's Hipólito Novello is in Dubai and has the following story.
How much?
1.5 to stay alive.
How much?
1.5 to stay alive.
How much?
1.5 to stay alive.
Inside COP28 in Dubai on Sunday, the day dedicated to health discussions, medical professionals from Canada trying to save Mother Earth, resuscitating the earth and injecting it with renewable energy.
What's happening to the patient?
We have a lot of fossil fuels. There's some toxicity here. Look at the CO2 levels. They're rising.
It's all symbolism with one clear message.
We need an equitable and just fossil fuel phase out to secure the future of the health, of our planet.
Do you believe that your presence here today will make any difference?
We do believe our presence makes a difference. We are healthcare professionals that believe in fossil fuel phase out being a one-stop solution for all health problems linked to climate change.
Rising global temperatures contribute to the spread of infectious disease as vectors like mosquito expand their habitats. This year's spike in dengue cases across the Caribbean region has been linked to global warming, marked by higher average temperatures, precipitation, and longer periods of drought. Extreme weather events such as heat waves, hurricanes, and floods can lead to injuries, displacement, and disruptions in healthcare services. Changes in precipitation patterns and temperature fluctuations affect food and water security, leading to malnutrition and waterborne diseases. According to Kansal Manfretat of the International Federation of Medical Students Association, these are only a few effects that climate change has on health.
There are many to begin with. When I start counting them, there is, extreme heat temperatures, extreme weather events, pollution, climate migration, issues with nutrition, climate change affecting mental health, climate change affecting the health systems worldwide. So as you see, climate change is disrupting a lot of issues worldwide and threatening the physical and mental health and well-being of individuals along with the community of our planet.
Vulnerable populations, including the elderly and those with pre-existing health issues, are particularly at risk. Poor air quality resulting from increased wildfire and altered patterns of air circulation exacerbates respiratory conditions. Joseph Iban of the Canadian Association of Physicians for the Environment says that a child died because of climate change.
So Western Canada has been inundated with wildfire smoke for the last decade, really. Every year there seems to be wildfire smoke events. So the predominant thing that I see, like as a clinician, is people who come in who've been impacted by the wildfire smoke for their asthma or their COPD and are having effects from that, not just on the day of the wildfire smoke, but for the days that follow as well.
And what's the long-term, health effect?
Just breathing. Like they just have a hard time breathing. They have tightness in their chest. They require increased steroids. They require increased bronchodilators. We had a 9-year-old kid die, I can't remember how many years ago, maybe 2 years ago, from wildfire smoke in BC, where it basically, this kid died of climate change. So this is having real world impacts.
Reporting from COP28 in Dubai, Hipólito Novello, News 5.
The United Nations International Court of Justice, ICJ, has cautioned Venezuela against taking any actions that could change Guyana's control over the disputed Essequibo region. This warning comes just days before Venezuela's planned referendum on the oil-rich territory. While the ICJ did not explicitly prohibit the referendum, it emphasized preventing any concrete steps to alter the current situation. The court's binding ruling will remain in effect until it considers Guyana's case against Venezuela. The dispute centers around the Essequibo region, comprising over 2/3 of Guyana, with ongoing disagreements over borders and control. Despite legal challenges, Venezuela intends to proceed with the referendum, raising concerns about potential unilateral actions to seize the territory. The long-standing dispute has gained international attention and support for Guyana from organizations like CARICOM, as stated by Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett.
We're expecting that there will be a judgment from the ICJ. CARICOM has issued statements fully in support of Guyana, which is a member state of CARICOM, and we will continue to have that support, but we wait the decision that will come out of the ICJ today.
In an unusual occurrence in the United Arab Emirates, a peaceful protest unfolded at COP28 in Dubai, calling for a ceasefire in support of Palestine. The protesters at the Blue Zone, governed by UN law, emphasized the urgency of ending the violence, particularly at a global event like COP28 addressing climate justice. From Dubai, here's News 5's Hipólito Novello.
It was a rare sight, a peaceful protest in the United Arab Emirates at the COP28 grounds in Dubai, a ceasefire protest in support of the Palestinian people. The crowd was few at the start, with the names of the thousands of victims of the Israel-Hamas war being read before the crowd grew to about 100 protesters.
Hamdan Tota, 24 years old. Ismail Mansour Muhammad Madar Ataullah.
The activists called for an end to the ongoing violence in Gaza 6 weeks after the October 7th invasion by Hamas into Israel. The protest featured pro-Palestinian symbols like watermelon flags, placards demanding a ceasefire, and climate justice messages. Names of those killed by Israeli forces were read aloud, invoking emotional responses from onlookers. Activists emphasized the urgency of pushing for a ceasefire, particularly at an event like COP28, where global leaders gather to address climate justice issues. The protests held at the Blue Zone, governed by the UN law, also raised voices against climate injustice worldwide. The demonstration was permitted under strict guidelines, as U.S. Climate Action Network Jacob Johns found out. He pulled out his Palestinian flag in solidarity, but was quickly told he cannot join the demonstration.
We must use our voices to stand in solidarity
I don't anticipate seeing repercussions against the government here in the UAE for standing in solidarity with the Palestinian people. You know, we are more than prepared to take the risks that are associated with showing support in these international spaces for people who are having genocide committed upon them right now.
Reporting from COP28 in Dubai, Hippolyte Novello, News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. Don't forget, Gimme 5 Night 1 begins right here at 8 p.m. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.